Good day, subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am Jeremy. This is the Financial Education Channel, and today we're talking about when should I sell off that Wynn position, guys. The one that is up massively. The second biggest position in the entire portfolio, guys. When should I sell this off? First off, let's look at this. Since we got in this one, we're up over 145%. That's a little over a year and a half ago. So first off, that's like ridiculous. So we got to get into, will I sell this off? What price will I sell it off? Those kinds of things. So if you know of anything about the way I do my portfolio, right, there's always two stocks I have that are kind of what I call big dog stocks, okay? Those ones make up the majority of the portfolio money. Those ones are my horses. Those ones are the ones I'm going to ride and I believe in the most, okay? Then after that, I usually have about 2 to 4 other stocks that I call minor positions that are kind of like smaller positions. They might be 4-figure positions, might be 5-figure positions, but usually small 5-figure positions. But the two main dogs are the two main dogs, and Wynn is one of those two main, main dogs. I call it big dogs. So this one, 145% gain we're up on this one. Right off the bat, that's like ridiculous. I mean, when I go into a stock, I'm always trying to get 30 to 40% return. That's what I aim for, 30 to 40% return per year on a stock, right? This one's up over 145%, guys, in a little over a year and a half time. Like, if this one was up somewhere around, let's say, 45% to 50% right now, as far as being in a little over a year and a half, like, I would be more than happy with that. Like, I would be thrilled with how the position went, right? This one's up 145%. So, one, I can't let that cloud my judgment as far as deciding whether to sell this or not. I also can't let it cloud my judgment on future investments and think, wow, I need to make 145% every time I go into a stock now within a year and a half time, because that's just unrealistic. That's just not going to happen most times. This was a special situation with a special company, with a special CEO in a special industry I really understood. So the first thing I like to look at really is I like to look at the forward PE, okay? The forward PE on this one is at a 23, all right? That is not that high, especially for the kind of market we're in right now. We got companies that are mostly trading in the 30s, 40s, 50s right now. We got companies that are trading at massive valuations that aren't even profitable. So the fact that this one's trading at a forward PE of 23, especially in today's market, that's a pretty dang low PE. But then I'd like to kind of view, well, where's growth going to come? Is there growth coming within this in the stock within like the next year or two? Because if there is, sometimes I don't want to get out of it if we're still in a growth mode, right? And Wynn Resorts position here, they're still in growth mode. Look at this here. This is new news here. So Macau casino gross gaming revenue for November is on track to expand between 12 to 15% year on year. All right, guys? So Macau as a whole is growing, which is great for the Wynn properties. We got Wynn Palace that's getting more and more popular, okay? It's still barricaded in because of all the other properties and construction around it. Those are going to start clearing up within the next few months, right? So that property just in itself is going to be doing better and better more than likely. And then you got the whole market expanding 12 to 15%. That's even better news for Wynn because they capture much more of the high end, which can push numbers up more than 12 to 15%, right? So this is just phenomenal news all around, and as long as the market keeps growing. And then we look at this here, Wynn spending nearly $100 million on land near casino, and that's for the Wynn Boston property, which is opening up within about 18 months, give or take a month there. You can see the towers coming together very nice. That's the construction's looking great there. So that property is going to be pretty big. I mean, I can definitely see that property bringing in an extra $100 million to $200 million in profit per year on the net income line. So that's big for the company. So when I look at Wynn, I'm like, well, it's trading at 23 PE. You got Macau growth, great growth right now going for it. You got Wynn Palace getting more and more popular. You got Wynn Boston opening up that could potentially add $100 to $200 million to that net income line, opening up here in about an 18-month span. I'm like, do I really want to get rid of this one? I know I'm up huge, and you always risk, oh, well, what if the stock goes bad and then you lose some of your gains, and that would stink, absolutely. But when I look at this one, I'm like, you know, I'm not sure I really want to sell it because of what all the things it has going for it and the fact that it's at a 23 forward PE. So for that reason, I can't really see myself selling Wynn right now. But, you know, if it went up to maybe 170, 180, and maybe Macau growth wasn't as fast or something, then maybe at that point I get out of it. Maybe at the, you know, above $200, probably for sure get out. But here at 100 and I think we're at 150 $50 a share, I'm not feeling like I need to get out of this one right now, guys. But the hardest thing with great gains like this in a stock that's a big dog position of yours, the hardest thing is just not expecting that to always be that way. Not expecting, oh, the next one I need to make 150% or it's a failure, because these type of situations are rare, and you know, when they happen, it's great and it's a blessing and those kinds of things, guys. So anyways, let me know in the comments section if you've ever had to deal with this situation, wondering when to sell a position you're up huge on and whatnot. And let me know if you guys enjoyed this. Hit a thumbs up if you did. If you're newer to the stock market, click that second link in the description. That's my stock market investing mastery course. If you're an experienced investor, click that first link. That goes into my private exclusive membership group. Thank you for watching, guys, and have a great day.